Shalom, shalom. It's your brother Wal Rumya, back with another lesson. Lord willing, it be edifying. I'm going to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba Hashem, Wahara Kakwadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and elders and great millstone who taught me this truth. And shalom to you, hopeful elect, the 144,001 men, women, and children. Shalom. As you see on the screen, it says Emergency Summit, Saudi Arabia, 57 Muslim countries, man. And I want to just make a disclaimer on this. This is satire. This is just for educational purposes only. None of this information that I'll be on my video will be for any financial benefit, just for educational purposes only. Let's get to it, man. So everything is pointing to World War III. Everything. Let's get to this.
Okay, you want to know how biblical it's getting? There was an emergency summit with over 57 Muslim countries in Saudi Arabia just in the last few days. The president of Iran said today in Saudi Arabia, he basically said that Israel totally needs to be conquered and turned into a Palestinian state. And he recommended that they should arm Palestinians to fight Israel if this death and destruction keeps happening in Gaza. And he also said the only solution to the conflict would be a creation of the Palestinian state from river to sea. So basically from the Euphrates, the Tigris River, all the way to the Mediterranean. All of that should be Palestinian is what he's saying. Okay, so he's saying Israel should not exist and it should all be one big Palestinian state there. He also said what is happening in Gaza is genocide and war crimes against humanity, and all our problems will be solved through unity, and we want to take a historic and decisive decision regarding what's happening in the Palestinian territory. The Palestinian people need our help and support. So he's basically talking about a historic decision that needs to be made. What that decision is, we're not sure, but I mean, we got 57 Muslim countries coming together. All these Arab countries meeting in Saudi Arabia. 57. I mean, you've got Prince of Saudi Arabia. You've got the leader of the Palestinian Authority, Mahmoud Abbas. You got the right of him. You got Erdogan, the president of Turkey. And then you got the president of Iran. I mean, normally, think about it. A lot of these countries don't get along. I mean, you got the president of Turkey standing next to the Iranian president. I mean, these are countries that were only in war just recently. You know, Turkey and Iran, they don't get along. Just 2 months ago, Turkey was moving their troops to the border of Iran over the situation with Azerbaijan. And you got Iran moving their troops to the border of Turkey. Saudi Arabia, come on, that's an American ally. You know, we have given them F-16s, military assets are there, hundreds and hundreds of Patriot missiles and tanks. I mean, they're supposed to be our ally. Guys, this is not looking good. It's not looking good for America, and it's not looking good for Israel. I mean, the Saudis are hosting this meeting with enemies of Israel and America because they want to see Israel wiped off the map and a huge Palestinian state created from the rivers to the sea. I mean, this is Saudis welcoming the leaders that they're uniting basically to come together to destroy Israel. It's just surreal, isn't it? Do you guys know? I mean, did you hear about any of this?
Basically, I want to remind you again, this is satire. This is just for educational purposes. None of the information on this video is for to be held as fact. This is just educational purposes only. But as you see in the video, what the what's going on, man? Everything is pointing to World War III. Everything. So let's get to this next video. And like I said, man, I want to keep saying it because I don't want my videos to be struck for informational, educational information. So basically, I want to put a disclaimer on this video, as you heard in the first one, educational purposes only. This is all satire. None of this information should be held as fact. So I'm gonna play this video.
introducing a bipartisan sense of the Senate resolution tomorrow about Iran. Senator Graham, what will it say?
Well, it basically says if the war expands, if Hezbollah opens up a second front in the north against Israel in a substantial way to overwhelm Iron Dome, then we should hit the Islamic Republic of Iran.
All of this is adding up. So Russia said, quote, supplies to and from Iran, products falling under the Missile Technology Control Regime, no longer require prior approval by the United Nations Security Council. That's what the Russian Foreign Ministry said in a statement on Tuesday. So this is basically a Pentagon wet dream. Russia going to help Iran build missiles? What more excuse do you need to start a war in the Middle East? And then Israeli soldiers planting Israeli flags in Gaza, saying we are taking back this land for Israel, land that is rightfully ours. Iran said, not so fast. This means we are heading to a broader war. Great. So war in the Middle East is coming. But that wasn't even the biggest story of the week. No, it's even bigger than all of that, bigger than the nuclear brinksmanship. Russia struck a deal with Dubai to essentially control the Arctic shipping routes. Now, you'll recall a few months ago, I did a deep dive here on the show how vitally important the new Arctic shipping lanes are, a massive Middle East and Russian alliance. The U.S. has utterly failed to do anything in the Arctic Circle. This is a new trade route, which will control trade between the East and the West and the North and the South. And it won't rely on the Suez or Panama canals. It won't have to go through the Straits of Hormuz, which can take upwards of a month for deliveries. This trade route takes only days. Russia is in the lead to add this territory to its already massive mineral resource territory. Imagine running this shipping lane, and the United States is way behind. Here's Rex Tillerson to explain how far behind the United States is.
What I can tell you is the United States is behind. We're behind all the other Arctic nations. They have dealt with this. They've gotten way ahead of us. The Russians made it a strategic priority. Even the Chinese are building ice-breaking tankers. Now, why are they building icebreakers? They're not an Arctic nation because they see the value of these passages.
So if Russia officially adds the Arctic area to the Russian territory, then they'll have their hand on roughly 16% of the world's untapped oil, 30% of the world's undiscovered gas that lies buried beneath the ocean. In addition to which, a vast mineral deposits there of nickel, platinum, and many other rare earth metals, completely upending the global world order. We'll come back to nickel in a minute because it's incredibly important. This would be Putin's crown jewel, something no one is talking about, an Arctic supply chain passage. Some smart people like Rex Tillerson understand that, but people are ignoring this, and it completely separates Russia from the West.
You see, this information is, it's pretty much plain, man. And the Lord is strategically putting these nations against each other for the resources for them to choose sides in this upcoming World War III, man. Which we know through the scriptures that the sides are already chosen. And the Lord is basically reassuring us that these events are going to take place, man. The Lord is going to return like he said he was. So let's get this video.
Turkey's actions earned global recognition on November 11th. Under President Erdogan's orders, Turkey dispatched 40 rescue vehicles, officially entering the Gaza Strip under the protection of special forces. Israeli forces along the way did not dare to intercept or open fire on the Turkey SH rescue convoy. According to Erdogan's statement yesterday, Turkey plans to establish SH-20 field hospitals in Gaza to provide medical assistance to the injured civilians. Why didn't Israel dare to stop the Turkey SH rescue team? It's because yesterday Erdogan issued 3 directives to Israel. 1. Any fire from Israeli troops towards Turkish rescue convoys will be considered a declaration of war against Turkey. 2. Turkey does not accept any incidents of mistaken bombings. 3. If the Turkish rescue convoy is attacked by Israeli bombs, Turkey will immediately declare war on Israel and decisively carry out a combined air, land, and sea strike without hesitation. Upon hearing this, do you think Erdogan truly possesses great courage? His strong and assertive character as a world leader is evident. The latest updates reveal that Turkey's 40 rescue vehicles have successfully arrived in Gaza and have immediately commenced active rescue operations.
Again, just want to say it one more time. This is for educational purposes only. This is satire. None of this information on the video is fact. So as you see, man, things are heating up and things are falling in place, man. Just as the scriptures Said they would. And I want to get this real quick, just to get the quick point on this Albert Pike letter, because the elites in the background are basically assume that they have control and they have the same playbook and they continue to stick with it to this very day. And I just want to get the first point on this letter, which is it's real. I brought it out before. This it. Just the first point of it I want to get. That's not it. It's log in. Let me see. That's it. That's not it. Where they? There you go. The World War III. It says World War III. Here you go. It says World War III. This is the Albert Pike letter. I think he's the one that brung in the Illuminati, not the Illuminati, but the Freemasonry, the founder of Freemasonry. But he says in this letter, he says the Third World War must be fomented by taking advantage of the three differences caused by a agentor of the Illuminati between the political Zionists and the leader of the Islamic world. The war must be conducted by such a way that Islam and political Zionism mutually destroy each other. And that's the point I want to make, man. Because, I've brung this out before. You can look it up. It's easy. Google. They are getting these nations roused up to fight each other, man. And the Lord is dictating everything, but he has Esau in the forefront of it. And Esau think he's in control of this, man. And he has these nations, getting together and getting ready to fight each other, but he don't know that it's going to turn on him, man. The Lord is laying a trap for Esau Edom, man, in his agenda. This is Obadiah 1 and verse 6. It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. See that the Lord has used Esau Edom to create these nations to look to him to warn of everything, just like he did to us, man, under the curses, man. And Esau has made these nations mad, man. He have made them mad. And that's why they're going to turn on him, man. This is the same verse, Obadiah 1 verse 7. In the New Living Translation, it says, all your allies will turn against you. They will help to chase you from your land. They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you. And that's what they're doing to the Esau Edom, man. The so-called white man and his agenda. He thinks that he's going to dictate the war and everyone is going to be under him. And the nations are tired of that, man. They're setting a trap. They're plotting a trap against him, man. Like all those 57 nations coming as a meeting to come against them, man. He says, your trusted friends will set traps for you. And what is Turkey to them, man? They're an ally to them, man. I think Turkey has the second biggest army in NATO, man. It says your trusted friend will set traps for you and won't even know. Let me slow down. He said your trusted friends will set traps for you and you won't even know about it. See that? I can't say I wasn't there, but these nations know who was in the head of the snake, man. They know who the head of the snake is, man. It says, Good News Translation says, your allies have deceived you. They have driven you from your country. people who were at peace with you have now conquered you. See that? These nations were at peace with Esau, Edom, man. He would let them control everything they wanted to do in their nation, man. He was in control of it, man. It says, those friends who ate with you have laid a trap for you. They say for you. They say of you, where is all that cleverness he had? See that? All the cleverness they had, these agendas and their peace treaties and all these agendas they had. They're saying, where your cleverness at, man? They're gonna mock you, man. And you don't even know that the Lord had you in a trick bag, man. And now you see Babylon the Great sending all this equipment, military equipment over there, man. They're getting ready to attack the Persians, man. And you see what they basically rising up against those nations, man. I don't want to say too much because you know how YouTube get down, but you know what I mean, man. Those 57 nations, they rousing those countries up, man. Because when they strike one, everybody's going to get in the mix, man. So we seeing it come to pass right before our eyes. This is Revelation 17, and I'm going to start at verse 15. It says, and he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, and that's Babylon the Great, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. It's a melting pot of all nations in Babylon the Great, man. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate and naked, man. And that's talking about NATO, man. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get deep into, I can get all the, the 10 horns, but it's to sum it up, it's NATO, man. It says, and they're going to, let me read that again. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, man. So the allies of Babylon the Great are going to turn on them, man. It says, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire, man. So that's what's going to happen, man. They're going to turn on Babylon the Great, and they're going to burn her with fire, man. 17, it says, for power have put in their hearts to fulfill his will, man. Not Albert Pike or these elite. The Lord is going to put in those nations' mind to fulfill his will, man. And that's to burn Babylon the Great with fire, man. And to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of power be fulfilled, man. And we're coming upon that time that the word is going to be fulfilled when Babylon the Great is destroyed, man. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over kings of the earth, man. And that's talking about Babylon the Great, man. That's talking about Babylon the Great, man. So, I mean, this is pretty much plain information, but I wanted to put some scriptures to the videos I've seen because I see that this war is lining up perfectly, man. Just as the word prophesied for it to happen, it's coming together right before our eyes, just like the word it says it is, man. The nations coming together, man. This is Isaiah 33, and I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee, man. So Babylon the Great have went nation to nation, rape, robbing, and murdering the people. And now they're gonna seek peace, man. They're gonna want to sign a peace treaty because all the nations are gonna be ganging up on them, man. But the Lord gonna keep pushing them to continue to forward their agenda, man. As you seeing with the small hatters, man. The Lord is not gonna stop this war from happening, man. As we get closer and closer, the Lord is gonna increase their spirits, just like he did Pharaoh, man. Continue to push them and get as far as they possibly can before the Lord brings this place down, man. And we're at the time where the Lord is finna take this place out, man. The Lord is finna take this place out, man. I want to get this in another translation, man. Because it makes a lot of sense because we're going to get into second Esdras, the Assyrians. This is New Living Isaiah 33:1 in the New Living Translation. It says, "What sorrow awaits Assyrians?" It's like it awaits you Assyrians. See that? It's talking about Babylon the Great, man. It says, "Who have destroyed others, but have never been destroyed yourselves." See that? They have raped, robbed, and murdered every nation on the planet, and they have never been taken down, man. But the Lord is finna snatch them out of power, man. He says, "You betrayed others, but you have never been betrayed." And that's plain, man. When you are done destroying, you will be destroyed. When you are done betraying, you will be betrayed. And there's no way around Babylon the Great being destroyed, man. Because they have did this to every nation, man. They have did this to every nation. Esau, Edom, I'm speaking about, man. Good News Translation, it says, "Your enemies are doomed. They have robbed and betrayed, although no one has robbed them or betrayed them," man. So this man is the devil, man. He says, but their time to rob and betray will end. And the Lord is going to bring it to an end, man. It says, and they themselves will be, it's like they themselves will become victims of robbery and treachery. Woo! See, the Lord is not going to have mercy on Esau, Edom, man. He's not going to have mercy on Esau, Edom. Because what they've done in the earth, they're going to be judged. They're going to receive double, man, for what they've done, man. This is Matthew 7. And I'm going to get the point in verse, let me get to it. Verse 1 and 2. It says, "Judge not that ye be not judged." See that? They wouldn't judge everyone, but they don't judge themselves. They held everybody else accountable, but themselves. They don't hold themselves accountable, man. They feel like they can do whatever they want in the earth, and they've done it. Again, it says, "Judge not that ye be not judged. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged." See that? What they've done in the earth, man, and what they have done to the people of the earth, especially the blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans that make up the 12 tribes of Israel, you're going to be judged, man. And this is what this World War III is set up to judge Esau, Edom, man. And 2/3 of our people for not returning. So this war is to judge Esau, Edom, man. This is his judgment, man. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. And with what measure ye met, it shall be measured to you again. I'm gonna get this one more. I like getting it because it makes it plainer when you get another translation, man. So I want to get this one last scripture in another translation because it hit home, man. New Living Translation says, "For you will be treated as you treat others, man." And what they have done, man. What have they done, man? And this is the beauty of the truth, man, because our enemies don't have a clue what the Lord is going to do unto them. New Living Translation again, it says, "For you will be treated as you treat others." And what they have done, man, racism, man, this is what you call what you call it, white supremacy, man. Everything is based on white supremacy. So what they have treated others, they're going to be treated the same way, man. He says the standard you use in judging is the standard by which you will be judged. So what they've done to the blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, put us all on TV and making a mockery of us, man. Never telling telling us who we were, rape, robbing, and murdering us, giving us food as garbage to eat, trying to put a small grain of rice in you, man. Giving our people drugs and alcohol to destroy themselves, rap music. They you know what I'm saying? They got they put all these chemicals in your food, man. Killing and destroying the earth. So what they've done, they're going to get the same thing, man. But way worse. Good News Translation. It says, "For power will judge you in the same way you judge others. And he will apply you, he will apply to you the same rules you apply to others," man. Woo! Boy, this man has a hell of a judgment coming to him, man. He has a hell of a judgment coming to him. And he owes it all to himself, man. Because he is his forefathers coming back, man. And he did that. He did that to the nations, man. He thought he would never come down, man. He thought his power he would have power forever. He thought the Lord was with him. And he's finna be brung down violently, man. Esau Edom will be taken down violently, man, by the hands and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. This is Psalms 109, verse 11. It says, let the extortioner catch all that he hath. It says, and let the strangers spoil his labor. I got to get this in another translation. Let the extortioners catch all that he hath, man. So everything he raped, robbed, and murdered us and took all our goods and all our riches and our gold and everything he took in 70 AD, they still have it to this very day, man. He says, let the strangers spoil his labor. And that's what's going to happen to this man, man. New Living Translation, it says, may creditors seize his entire estate. And that's what's going to happen to him, man. We're going to seize his entire estate, man. All the gold and riches that he has is going to go back to us, man. We are the rulers of the earth, man. We are sovereigns. It says, and strangers take all he has earned. Everything he has earned in the earth, everything he raped, robbed, and murdered people for, it was all for us, man. It was all to give it to us. And he's clueless on that, man. He says, Good News Translation says, may his creditors take away all his property. He's going into slavery, man. And may strangers get everything he worked for. See that the agenda that he has to be rulers, to rule forever, make the people slaves under him, it's going to be taken all away, man. In 1 hour, the Lord is going to ruin this man's agendas, his whatever you want to say about him, man. He's gonna ruin everything for him, man. In 1 hour, man. His man gonna go down violently in 1 hour, man. Everything he has received, he worked for, is gonna be taken all away in 1 hour, man. Verse 12, it says, let there be none to extend mercy unto him. See that? These nations are not going to extend mercy unto him, man. They're not going to extend no mercy to Esau Edom, man. He says, neither let there be any to favor his father's children. So nobody's going to say, oh, man, he's a beautiful little baby. He's a little beautiful Edomite baby. I'll take him. Man, they're going to punish you, man. Just like what's being done in the small hatters country, man. He says, let his prosperity be cut off. And in the generations following, let their name be blotted out, man. So all these names of he has on all the people, especially blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, our last names are Edomite last names, man. And me and my wife was talking about it. I said, how this man got all these different last names for penises and shit, man. Johnson penis, Cox penis. What is another one? Damn, it slipped my mind. We talking about all the damn last names he used for penis, man. Dick is last name. He used the name Dick for a last name. Johnson, Dick, Cox, but it's just an example, man. This man, he chooses these names because he worships these things, man. That's why you have obelisks in D.C. and shit, man. This man is the devil, man. He is the base man of the earth, man. And his name is going to be blotted out. All these street names and all these different schools he has his name on. Even the HBCUs, they all Edomite names, man. The Kellogg's and all these last names on different food items, man. This man's name is going to be blotted out, man. He says, let the iniquity of his fathers be remembered with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, man, because you are your fathers, man. And you're being prepared for slaughter, man. He says, and let not the sin of his mothers be blotted out. So the women going to get it as well. Man, I just seen a video yesterday, man, where the slave owners, the wife of the slave owner, she had majority of the slaves, man. The men had the slaves, but the women had majority of the slaves, man. And they was brutal to the men and the women of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. He says, verse 15, he says, let them be before Yahweh Bashem Yahushua continually, that he may cut off the memory of them from the earth, man. And after that 1,000 years, they will be blotted out, man. He says, because that he remembered not to show mercy. And he didn't. He did not show mercy, but persecuted the poor and needy man, that he might even slay the broken in heart, man. So he persecuted us, man. He never let go, man. He never eased up. He says, as he loved cursing, so let it come unto him. As he delighted not in blessing, so let it be far from him. And that's what's going to happen to Esau. It says he didn't love it. He loved it and never let go. It's going to come on him the same exact way, man. And no nation is going to show him mercy on this side and in the kingdom. New Living Translation, he says, he loved to curse others. Now you curse him. He never blessed others. Now don't you bless him. And that's finna happen, man. The roles are finna be reversed. The curses are coming up on Esau Edom, and he's not going to have mercy, man. Good News Translation, he says, he loved to curse. May he be cursed. He hated to give blessings. May no one bless him. That's plain, man. May no one bless him. And they're going to show their curses on him, man. Because the Lord is going to let the nations shoot all their missiles on him, man, to get their revenge, man. All their missiles are going to be shot on them, on Esau Edom, and they're not going to get revenge. And it's like it's for the nations to get their revenge, man. Because all the nations are going to be under us in the kingdom of heaven. But they're going to get their lick back, man. The Lord is going to let them get their lick back before the kingdom of heaven, man. This is Ezekiel 38. And starting verse 1, it says, and the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. And let me get a map, man, because a lot of people ask when they talk about the Ezekiel war. Let's see if we can get the Ezekiel. I'll put that in there because the Edomites, the Ezekiel war, no, it's the Battle of Armageddon. They don't understand it's the Battle of Armageddon, man. Let me get the map, the ancient map, so you can see. Put Meshach. I'm going to get the one we got. Meshach, Tubal, all of them on there. Here we go. Why you got to do that, man? Just give me the map. Let me see if you can see it right here. No, it's still kind of. Let me see if it's in right here. Let me see if I can pull it up with them. Let me see if I can just pull it up, man, because that's all we want. There it goes, a beautiful one right here. As you see, Togarmah, Turkey, Armajan, Armenia, Gomer, Eastern Europe, which is basically Turkey and Togarmah, basically them together. Armenia, Russia, Gog and Magog, Put, Libya, Ethiopia, Cush, Persia, Iran. So these are the nations that is speaking of in Ezekiel 38, and you see where they're pointing to, man. He says, verse 1 again, Ezekiel 38, verse 1, it says, and the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armory, even a great company of with bucklers and shields. And they're just talking about war equipment, weapons, tanks, all that, and all of them handling swords, man. All of them handling weapons, man. So the Lord telling you back, and let me show you again, that Gog and Magog, Russia, Meshach and Tubal. Let's get Meshach and Tubal, and that wasn't on here. I know it was one that wasn't on here. Meshach is up here. Meshach around Georgia, all this area, man. These nations are coming together. Russia was a Gog, Meshach and Tubal around. This is Turkey. Well, that's like that in Turkey. That's Turkey here. Georgia, with Georgia, Russia. This is basically the same people, man. Georgia, Russia, Armenia, and I think Armenia is backed by Turkey, and Azerbaijan is backed by Russia. But all these countries in this area, man, Kyrgyzstan, all these nations are allies with Russia, man, and they just didn't name them, but they're gonna be with Russia, man. It says, 4 again. It says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thy armies, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armory, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. And it tells you who is personally going to be in it. Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, with them, all of them with swords and helmets. See, all these nations are going to come in and fight, man. And as as you see, Gomer is a NATO ally, man, and Gomer is pouring right to Turkey, man. And as you've seen, they want to go to war. They ready to go to war, man. So Gomer is Turkey, man. That's a NATO ally, man. It's flipping on Babylon the Great, man. It says, and all of his bands, and the house of Togarmah of the north quarters. Let's get Togarmah. Togarmah is around Syria. Syria and Syria and Iraq. All of these nations are going to be together, man. But the Lord has had Ezekiel name the certain nations, man. That he, you know what I'm saying, is going to basically play the major points, because it's north quarters, all of them right there in that area right there is going to be with them, man. He says, and all his bands, see that? All his bands, and many people with thee. See that? So many other people that's not even named are going to fight in this war, man. They're all going to be in the war, man. All these nations are allies with Russia, Turkey, all these nations, man. Iran, Iraq. See, all these nations are going to form their alliance with each other, man. As you seen in the first video I played, man. It says, be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. See that? Russia's going to be a guard unto all those nations, man. It says, after many days thou shalt be visited, in the latter years thou shalt come into the land that is brought back with the sword, and is gathered out of many people against the mountain of Israel. See that? So all these nations are going to head to the small hatter's country, man. See, all those nations are going to come against them, man. It says, which have been always waste, but it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. It says, thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. Thou shalt be it's like he says, and thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land. See that? They're gonna, man, all them nations are gonna ascend on that one small country, man. You know you can't say too much about that country, man. It says, thou and all thy bands and many people with thee. So all these nations we've seen are going to come against that nation, man. All those nations, even Egypt, man. Egypt is here. They're going to come as well, man. All those nations, man, are going to come. So that's basically just a little glimpse of what's going to happen, man, in the Middle East, man. You got to say the Middle East because this is biblical prophecy, man. There's no way it's not going to happen, man. And you see Babylon the Great is over there right now, getting things basically in order, man, to get prepared for this fight, man. Because I can't say for sure, but I believe they're gonna attack the Iranians, man, and that's really what's gonna pop everything off. This is 2nd Ezra 15, and just want to get this point real quick. 2nd Ezra 15. Let me get to it. In 28, it says, "Behold, an horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east," man. And we see these countries are in the east. And that horrible vision, Ezra's seen. He's seen these nations come. He says, "Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots," man. And it's talking about those Arabian countries, man. They're going to come with many chariots. We just seen that in Ezekiel, man. "And the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble," man. So these other nations, France and Germany, they're going to fear, man, when these nations align together with Russia, man. And they're going to turn on Babylon the Great as well, man. France, Germany, they're major allies, man. He says, "Also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as a wild boar, as the wild boars," man. It's talking about the Persians, man. The Carmanians. He says, "Of the wood," and they're gonna come like a wild boar in the wood, man. So he's telling you they're gonna come not playing, man. He says, "And with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of Assyrians, of the Assyrians," man. And that's talking about Babylon the Great, man. The Assyrians we read early in Ezekiel, not Ezekiel, but Isaiah 33 and 1, man. That's Babylon the Great he's speaking of, man. So everything is on the table, man. Once this happened, this place is gonna get hit too, man. So all the prophecies are coming to light, man, coming to pass right before our eyes, man. "And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature. And if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to pursue them," man. "Then these shall be troubled, bled, and kept silent through their power, and shall flee," man. So you see the World War III, man, coming to pass right before your eyes, man. Coming to pass right before your eyes, man. Verse 33, it says, "And from the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them and consume them, consume some of them, and in their hosts shall be fear and dread, and strive among their kings," man. Strife among their kings, man. So, man, I'm going to end it there, man. Lord, with us edifying. Shalom. Shalom.